जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम 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 जय जय राम ಅಂಕಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ? ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ ಇಮೇಲು ಹಾಂ ಪಿ ಎಮ್ ಎಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಹಾಂ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕಳಿಸಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಹಾಂ ಅದೇ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ರಿಪ್ಲೈನ ಬಂತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಹಾಂ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂಕಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಂ ಹೌದೌದು ನಾನು ಬಂದಾಗಲೇ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ದಿನ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಂ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂಕಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಹಾಂ ಆಯ್ತು. ഇത് ലൈറ്റ് ഓഫ് ആക്കിയിട്ട് എല്ലാ ലൈറ്റും ഓഫ് ആക്കണം. ഇവിടെ ಈ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ಸಂಗ್ ഉണ്ട്. ಈ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ಸಂಗ್ ഉണ്ട്. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല. ಸಂಗೀತ അറിയാമല്ലോ. ಸಂಗೀತಾಶ್ರಮ. श्री राम जय राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम 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 श्री राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम
Jai Jai Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. അയ്യോ നമസ്കാരം. Who is speaking? എന്താ പേര്? എന്താ വേണ്ടേ? ശരി. ശരി 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 ശരി. ഞാൻ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല ആ സമയത്തൂടെ. ഇത് ഇത് ഇവിടെ വേറൊന്നുമില്ല. ഇവിടെ സാധന മാത്രം ചെയ്യുന്ന സ്ഥലമാണ്. വേറെ പ്രൊമോഷണൽ ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ് ഒന്നുമില്ല. ഇല്ല. ആളുകൾ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിനൊരു സൗകര്യം ഉണ്ടാക്കി കൊടുക്കുന്നു മാത്രം. മിഷനറി പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളോ പ്രൊമോഷണൽ ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ് ഒന്നും ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. ഇല്ല. ഒരിക്കലും ഇത് കൂടെ വരുമ്പോൾ വരൂ, കാണാം. ശരി, നല്ല ഹരി ഓം. So, vision for July. Editor's answers. Question: whatever a sadhaka does to progress on the spiritual path, in most cases, it becomes an intellectual exercise without taking him nearer to the goal. How can one overcome this? Answer: this is a common obstacle on the spiritual path. The intellect is invaluable for understanding the teachings, removing doubts, gaining clarity. But its role is only to point towards the truth. It cannot itself reveal the truth. The goal of spiritual life is to transcend the limitation of the intellect and awaken to the reality that is beyond all concepts and thoughts. For this, the aspirant should regularly sit in quietness. Instead of simply, instead of continuously analyzing, arguing, imagining, let him simply observe the movements of the mind without becoming involved in them. Maybe for a short period. Along with this observation, let there be a sincere prayer to the divine presence within. Lord, by your grace, free me from the conceptual prison that I have unknowingly built around myself. As this attitude deepens, one gradually discovers that thoughts are only passing clouds, while the awareness behind them remains ever unchanged. The very recognition that the intellect has become a barrier marks the beginning of freedom. Thereafter, with sustained prayer, nama, and inward awareness, the mind becomes quiet and the reality that is ever present begins to reveal itself. This is one attitude. There could be so many answers for that. Because when we say we have to go beyond the mind, then we have to somehow quell all the thoughts are to be quietened. So the best way is when you take to chanting, we start witnessing the chanting. Witnessing the chanting will help us to witness the thoughts. The Nami within the Nama. The Nami silently dwells within us. A vehicle may appear strong and complete from the outside, but it cannot move without fuel. The fuel is converted into power, which flows through the entire vehicle, enabling it to function when switched on. Words written on a page become visible only because of the white background that silently holds them. Though unnoticed, the hidden factor is what makes everything possible. Similarly, within us too, there is an unseen presence because of which we feel alive and know that we exist. That inner beingness is not separate from God. She is the Nami, already present in our own heart. Nama chanting, done with this understanding, gently turns the mind inward and helps us become aware of that indwelling divine presence. So when we reflect, when we hear this in a Nama chanting, some reflection. Even to read these lines now, we need the life force. If life is not there, we cannot read, which stands for the fuel. We exist now and here because of space, which stands for whiteness. So from the example, we try to take within. Otherwise, it will also become an intellectual exercise, knowledge. Vehicle, fuel, whiteness, words, again knowledge. So now then the reflection is even to read these lines now. We are reading these lines. We don't recognize. We are just reading, that's all. But behind this, there is if the dead body do not read. So even to read these lines now, we need the life force. Body, eyes, mind, everything is there. But if the life force is not there, it will not. So life force stands for the fuel. We exist now and here because of space. We don't recognize the space, which stands for whiteness. So likewise, it is not merely Namosava. Namosava should help us to connect us. Some method by which the Nami is inside, I should know. Otherwise, with all this, Nami will continue to remain outside. Second example. When clouds gather in the sky, it appears as though the sun has disappeared, though in truth it is shining all the while. The clouds neither diminish the sun nor affect its brilliance, they merely obstruct our view to it. When muddy water is treated with alum, nut powder, the dirt gradually settles, allowing the water to become clear. Likewise, the Nami is ever present with us, but the sense of me and mine. Papa says, God is within your heart, you are his embodiment, you are he, but you do not know that. There is a veil of ignorance separating you from God. Remove the veil. So likewise, Nami is ever present, but the sense of me and mine, that is the veil, curtain, acts like a covering that hides his presence. As this ego sense gradually settles, the mind becomes quiet and transparent. Then the Nami, who is always present, begins to reveal himself naturally. Nama chanting with this awareness gently removes this inner covering and helps us experience his presence more clearly. Reflection. The notion of I am reading at this moment, like clouds, prevents me from knowing the power behind the reading. That is why Papa said, even if we do 1,00,000 times, I am chanting, I will not reach. The notion of I am reading prevents me from knowing the power behind the reading. Think. We don't recognize the power. Dissimilar thoughts temporarily obscure the Nami. Witness them, return to the Nami. Dissimilar thoughts when come, then we are not aware of the power behind it. But suppose we start witnessing everything. That means the thoughts do not carry us away. Reflection is necessary. Mere reading is not going to help anyhow. The Gita touch in daily life, chapter 6, sloga number 30. Once Swami Ramdas and a few sadhus were asked by a ticket inspector to alight from a train for not having a ticket. Without resistance, they stepped down, fully accepting it as the will of God. Curious, the inspector later asked, "May I know with what purpose you are traveling in this manner?" Swami Ramdas replied, "In quest of God." Puzzled, the inspector asked, "They say God is everywhere, then where is the fun of your knocking about in search of Him?" Swami Ramdas smiled and said, "God is everywhere. But Ramdas wants to have this fact actually proved by going to all places and realizing His presence everywhere." The inspector then asked, "Well, then, you must be seeing Him here on this spot where you stand." With a beaming face and outstretched hand, Swami Ramdas gently touched the inspector's chest and said, "Behold, he is here, standing in front of me." The humility and conviction in Swami Ramdas's words stirred the inspector deeply. He broke into a hearty fit of laughter. Opening the door of the compartment from which he had asked to get down, he requested them to get in again. "I cannot disturb you, friends. I wish you all success in your quest of God." Swami Ramdas's vision of the all-pervading reality resonates with this shloka. Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvachamai mershadi tasyaham na pranashyami sachame na pranashyati. He who sees me in everything and everything in me never becomes separated from me, nor do I get separated from him. Swami Ramdas's vision was not poetic or philosophical, it was rooted in direct realization. To him, God was not an abstraction, but a living presence, visible in all, even in ticket inspector. Now that we are going through this
Examples.
in quest of God, great void, Namosava, when we read this, how could Papa say that, no? God is everywhere, but Ramdas wants to have this fact actually proved by going to all places and realizing his presence everywhere. The inspector then asked, "Well then, because in a particular place if I sit, I get the almost same experience, you know. But when I go out, the experiences vary. And it is a test on me whether I maintain the same. That is why in good old days, when sannyasa is given for 1 year, they are asked to go on a parivrajaka yatra with nothing to fall back upon. Nothing to fall back upon. Unlike what we are. Suppose we take sannyas and be here with all comforts, how will we understand? Different types of experience we will not get. There, nobody will recognize us. At that time, whether how are we dealing with men and matters? So this is a very important thing for sadhakas. Very, very important. And when we started thinking more about it, ladies may find it difficult to walk like this, you know, parivratakas. But then Mataji was an exception. So here, Papa made Mataji to go to different houses. Otherwise, how will she get this varied experience? And whether she was able to see him. There is no protection. There is nothing to fall back upon. And exposed to all sorts of what you call apparent danger. Because she was 25 years. She has to come from the doctor's quarters every day and go to different houses and subject herself to varied experiences. So to some extent, Papa gave this Parivrajaka life experience to her, or his own life. Very important. Well then, you must be seeing him here on this spot where you stand. With a beaming face and outstretched hand, Swami Ramdas gently touched the inspector's chest. There is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita, no? Sarvasya cha aham hridi sannivishtam. I am seated in the hearts of all. That's why Papa could touch and say, Sarvasya cha aham hridi sannivishtam matta smridijnanam apohanam cha. The inspector said, well then, you must be seeing him here, on this spot where you stand, with a beaming face and outstretched hand. Swami Ramdas gently touched the inspector's chest and said, behold, he is here, standing in front of me. So prior to leaving for this, he got established the indwelling and all-pervading reality. Papa. The humility and conviction in Swami Ramdas's words stirred the inspector deeply. Because his body language must be speaking, Instantaneously it comes and, yes, it is here, I see him now. He broke into a lofty, hearty fit of laughter, opening the door of the compartment from which he had asked the sadhus to get down. He requested them to get it again. I cannot disturb you, friends. I wish you all success in the quest of God. And the sloka, Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra. Sarvam cha mai pashyati. He who sees me in everything and everything in me, never becomes separated from me, nor do I get separated from him. Swami Ramdas's vision was not poetic or philosophical. It was rooted in direct realization. To him, God was not an abstraction, but a living presence, visible in all, even in a ticket connect. Seva activities. Namotsav and Mauna Sadhana. By the abundant grace of beloved Papa, Namotsav and Mauna Sadhana were conducted with deep devotion and enthusiasm at Anandashram in May 2026 and later at Bangalore in June 2026. The Namotsav at Anandashram commenced on the 15th, marking the 95th anniversary of the ashram. This provided participants with an opportunity to reflect upon beloved Papa's inspiring message on the idea of the ashram, delivered at its inception on the 15th May, and to renew their commitment to that ideal. This was followed by 16 half-an-hour Ramnam session conducted over the 15th and 16th, each centered on a spiritual guideline illustrated through a simple example drawn from daily life. Sessions were designed to help participants move from chanting the divine name to contemplating the deeper significance of the example, and ultimately to awakening an awareness of the Nami, the divine presence within. The profound impact of Namosava found expression in the 3-hour Mauna Sadhana held on the 17th, in which almost all the participants took part with wholehearted involvement. Through silence and reflection upon carefully prepared introspective questions, they sought to deepen their inner communion with the divine presence. Bangalore. The Bangalore Namosava held on the 13th followed the same contemplative approach. 6 spiritual guidelines were presented during the Rama session, each accompanied by 2 daily life examples and an introspective question to encourage self-inquiry and spiritual refinement. This was followed by a 3-hour Mauna Sadhan on the 14th of June 2026. Although this methodology was introduced in Bangalore for the first time, more than 200 devotees participated in both programs and with remarkable earnestness, devotion, and enthusiasm. The encouraging feedback received from the participants bore testimony to the meaningful impact of this unique approach, which seeks to harmonize Nama chanting with daily life and awaken awareness of the divine presence within. Epistles of Swami Ramdas. Everything happens by God's will and always for good is the Mahavakya, which instills into the heart of man faith, freedom, and peace. We are neither weak nor strong. We are merely instruments in the hands of God. Let us be conscious of this and be ever free, cheerful, contented. Let us not worry over anything. The divine name is greater than any philosophy in the world. The divine name is the key by which we could, in practical life, open the gates that take us into the kingdom of immortal peace and bliss. 15,500 crore Namjap Yajna for world peace. In the month of May, it is 210 crores chanted by 1,88,727 devotees. The grand total of the japa done so far in this round now stands at 7,510. Upcoming Namotsava, monthly Namotsav in Anandashram. From the 11th July onwards, a Namotsava will be held in Anandashram on the second Saturday of every month, followed by a 3-hour Mauna Sadhana on the following day. Guru Purnima Namotsav. Following the auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima on the 29th, a special Namos will be held in the ashram on the 30th July from 6 with 6 Ramnam sessions of 1 hour each, followed by a 3-hour Mauna Sadhana on the 31st. Namotsava in Madurai. Devotees in Madurai have organized a Namotsava and Mauna Sadhana on the 16th. The program will comprise 6 Ramnam sessions, each accompanied by spiritual reflection, followed by 3 hours of Mauna Sadhana. The divine name is a solvent that dissolves all diversity. Diversity is born of illusion. If you go on repeating the Guru Mantra, the mind dissolves. Mind is the cause of illusion or diversity. When the mind dissolves, you know you are the self, you are God. When the mind dissolves, you know you are the self, you are God. Mentally or orally, repeat Ramnam. In course of time, your mind will dissolve. Then you will realize you are the self, or God, or Brahman. Guru Purnima is a new approach. From childhood onwards, as our awareness gradually expands toward the world around us, childhood onwards, we become absorbed in people, objects, and events, often overlooking the unseen factors that quietly guide our growth. For example, how our parents, how the moon, how the flower, how the birds. To eat, Mother may show so many things, Think about it. Objects, events, often overlooking the unseen factors that quietly guide our growth. Every person, every situation, every success and failure, every observation, every moment of reflection becomes a silent teacher. Enriching our understanding of life. Yet, we rarely pause to acknowledge them with gratitude. The same tendency continues in our spiritual journey where we seek progress without recognizing the many visible and invisible channels through which divine guidance reaches us. There must be some instrumental cause for us to get in touch with the Guru, that we overlook. God guides, the Guru guides. Right from the deity in our puja room or the Guru in the puja room, right from childhood. Do we remember? So the same tendency continues in our spiritual journey where we seek progress without recognizing the many visible and invisible channels through which divine guidance reaches us. Guru Purnima offers us an opportunity to remember with reverence not only our spiritual preceptor, but also every person, circumstance, and experience that has served as an instrument of the Guru's gaze. The spiritual preceptor occupies the foremost place, for it is through him that our vision is awakened to perceive the divine working everywhere. That is there. But we are limiting it only to that form. Many persons, many objects, many situations have helped us to get refined. So Guru Purnima, let us see what. The spiritual preceptor occupies the foremost place, for it is through him that our vision is awakened to perceive the divine. As this vision deepens, the entire creation becomes the Guru, revealing the one divine guiding force behind every experience. Life itself then becomes the Guru's classroom, and every moment an opportunity for inner refinement. Guru Purnima thus ceases to be merely a day of paying homage to one revered master and becomes a celebration of the one divine Guru expressing through innumerable forms. Such an expanded vision gradually dissolves the sense of separateness and widens the circle of our love until it embraces all. So on 29th, when we say the Guru Purnima day, normally we read, we say a few words about spiritual preceptors. But right from the moment we started knowing ourselves, childhood, if we can parade before us all who have given a push in our life, they are all gurus. But only after getting in touch with the spiritual guru, we come to know that they are all gurus. That is the only thing. Otherwise, we were treating them as individuals. So when Papa says, God guides, or Bhagavad Gita says, Maya Bhudam Charajaram, I am there in the form of moving and non-moving. So then, but we unknowingly, just like the temple visit, we limit them. And when we come out, nothing happens to us, we don't see the God aspect anywhere else. Similarly, on a Guru Purnima day, we offer so many things to the Guru form there. But Guru is not stretched anywhere, nor do we remember the Guru afterwards. Remembering that in the sense that what Guru's principle, Guru's ideals. It all becomes sentimental and emotional level celebration. So from childhood onwards, as our awareness gradually expands towards the world around us, we become absorbed in people, objects, events, often overlooking the unseen factors that quietly guide our growth. Every person, every situation, every success and failure, every observation, every moment of reflection becomes a silent teacher, enriching our understanding of life. Yet, we rarely pause to acknowledge them with gratitude. The same tendency continues in our spiritual journey, where we seek progress without recognizing the many visible and invisible channels through which divine guidance reaches us. Guru Purnima offers us an opportunity to remember with reverence not only our spiritual preceptor, but also every person, circumstance, and experience that has served as an instrument of the Guru's grace. The spiritual preceptor occupies the foremost place, for it is through him that our vision is awakened to perceive the divine working everywhere. As this vision deepens, the entire creation becomes the Guru, revealing the one divine guiding force behind every experience. Life itself then becomes the Guru's classroom, and every moment an opportunity for inner refinement. Guru Purnima thus ceases to be merely a day of paying homage to one revered master, but and becomes a celebration of the one divine Guru expressing through innumerable forms. Such an expanded vision gradually dissolves the sense of separateness and widens the circle of our love until it embraces all. Thought for the month. You may repeat the name in any way you like, but you must have love for the name. He is not in the sky, in Vaikuntha or Kailash. He is waiting within us to be called. The sense of individuality is indifferent towards him, as it were, no, unknowingly. So the moment it calls him, he is waiting within us to be called, so that he may manifest himself in all his glory and power. That is how the vision for July. We have about 20 minutes. Anything about Guru Purnima? This is a new approach.
ரீசார்ஜ் பண்ணிக்க
Hmm?
ரீசார்ஜ் பண்ணிக்க குரு கூட ரீசார்ஜ்
Richard.
இந்த லைஃப்ல எவ்ரிபடி எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் கைடன்ஸ் நமக்கு எல்லாமே குரு தான். உண்மையில குழந்தையில இருந்து அம்மா அப்பா குரு, கூட இருக்கிறவா குருவா, எல்லாரும்
நிற்கிறது இல்லையா நாலேஜில் போகிறதே. At least we should now start thinking. Some reflection will reveal to us something. For example, when we meet the Guru and we come to know that when we are on the spiritual path means trying to see the spirit in everybody. That is called spiritual path. The first one we observe in our Guru is he is equal-minded, impartial. So not at all affected by anything. Suppose you observe and go back. Unfortunately, it will be limited to that person. But when we happen to see another incident, previously we were not connecting up this. Now, say for example, when we heard that Ram, the tennis player, when he won, when everybody was
Clapping.
Clapping, recognizing him, he remained cool. And when asked, he said, in a match only one will win. This time I happened to win, that's all. An 18-year-old boy. Why do we remember now? No? So through Ramu, this equanimity, it is not a theory. Then it becomes a part of our life. Whether it influences our decision or not depends upon one's conviction. But it has entered into that much we can say. Previously, when we were observing a guru or something like that, it already gave us some joy, no doubt. But when we actually see another incident, this teaching or this kindling immediately fuses. The fusion takes place. And so he is a great guru for us then. We can give a lecture on equanimity, this and that. But a simple thing, he did not say equanimity. He brought the truth to us. In a match, only one will win. Why make such a big fuss? And now he has become a big man. So we happened to meet him about 4 or 5 years back in Chennai. He has forgotten. We told him, you still continue to inspire us. But no mention about it. Because that had become his nature. So on Guru Purnima day, suppose we are in a position to bring some exercise, then it won't be like always we hear nice, go. No. On that day, what do? We Guru Stuti will say, Guru Ashtagam, what is that? There are so many things. Guru Paduka Stotram. Nobody knows Sanskrit, but they will hear, meaning will come, some idea we will get. Very nice. Bas. No impact, to be very frank. Absolutely no impact. At that time, we are joyful, that's all. But instead of that, suppose we try to bring whether the guruhood is actually recognized by you in any and everybody. We all remember many such things. Inert, insentient matter. Once Chinmayanandaji was telling, in a classroom, there will be a board, Nowadays we don't know. Previously, there will be a board. The monitor will go first and dust everything and make it clean, chalk piece, everything will be ready. And there will be 7 periods or 8 periods. Each teacher comes. And based on his subject, mathematics, physics, chemistry, history, so many language, he will use the board for his purpose. And when the next teacher comes, the class monitor will go and dust her, clean everything, make it ready. So in these 7 periods or 8 periods, the board was revealing different types, but This is something Chinmadaji is beautiful. That is why it is imprinted. Morning the board was there, innocent. After the 7th period, it remains. It was blank in the morning. It is blank in the evening. But at the same time, available for everybody to use. Unconditional. Is it not the form of a guru? Such things, Immediately, correct. I must be like that. Suppose I keep on thinking, 0.5% at least I may be able to do it, no? Because it goes directly into your heart. A verifiable example, not a tall talk. A verifiable example. Many things. It comes through so many forms. So that is why Papa used to say Papa has clarified all this. The world we live in is a school in which observation and experience offer us immense possibilities for self-improvement. Nay, the world itself is Guru or God. We could have put that now. The world itself is Guru or God. Then only we can come out of the traditional, which does not leave any deep impress in our heart. But here we can, correct. Everybody has gone through everything, so many things. And many learnings we have got, many learnings. Through many individuals, through many incidents. For the sake of newcomers, for example, this door,
நடுவுல நிறைய தந்திருந்தது சுவாமிஜி. இது பிரிட்ஜ், கேரட்,
Salt.
சேர், everything.
A door marks the space between where we are and where we could be. A silent sentinel of transitions, choices, possibilities. It symbolizes both protection and invitation, shielding us from harm while offering a path ahead. Just close, no? Not all doors open easily. Some yield with gentle push. Others demand persistent effort. A closed door is not always a denial. It may be a redirection in disguise. Just as doors control what enters a space, we must guard what enters our mind. With courage, clarity, and hope, we begin to see that every door is a potential new chapter. A simple one, So when we are looking at it like that, steps. Steps are the individual risers that lead us from one level to another. Each one a small yet significant progression. One step. They support our upward journey, helping us reach higher ground. In life, steps we take are much like the steps of a stairway, one step at a time, gradually elevating us. Sometimes the climb may seem steep, But with perseverance and consistency, we rise higher. Each step, whether easy or challenging, is a necessary part of our growth, bringing us closer to our goals and allowing us to reach new heights. Is it not a guru? Strainer. A strainer is a simple kitchen tool that separates solids from liquids with ease and precision. It knows exactly what to retain, what to let go. In life, we too must develop this ability to filter our negativity and distractions and unnecessary noise and hold on to what nourishes our growth. A strainer does not reject all, it discerns with purpose. It teaches us to examine each experience, each thought, each emotion with awareness. Let us become strainers of the mind, clear, focused, wise, so that what remains with us is pure, purposeful, aligned with inner well being. Strainer. Like that, we calendar. 5 more minutes. A calendar serves as a constant reminder of time, offering us a clear view of our days, weeks, months. It teaches us valuable life lessons about the importance of time management, planning ahead, prioritizing a task. A calendar helps us move forward towards our goals while also allowing us to reflect on where we have been and what we have achieved. It emphasizes that time is a limited and precious source, urging us to use it wisely. Through its structure, it reminds us that planning is essential, prioritization is key, and living purposefully is the foundation for progress. A ladder. A ladder helps us to reach higher levels and also to descend when needed. It is a simple tool, but its value is immense, as it provides us access to different heights, both literal and metaphorical. Similarly, in life, there are many individuals who act as guides, mentors, advisors, helping us rise to new levels of understanding, success, achievement. At the same time, they also offer guidance in challenging times, helping us navigate difficulties, find our way back to stability. The lesson here is clear. We must value those who guide us, for they enable us to rise and fall gracefully and learn through both experiences. Relevance of ups and downs. To see,
Swamiji, rise and fall, what is that?
that is also necessary, you know.
Fall gracefully, I didn't understand.
Think about it. When you were a child, you were trying to get up, you will fall. Perseverance comes only because of that, you know. Commitment, prioritization, everything. Think. You will get enable us to rise and fall gracefully and learn through both. We have, whether you like it or not, it comes to everybody, you know.
Failure is a stepping stone.
You have 100 rupees and you go and buy 125 rupees is the bill. What will you do, you know? Only 100 rupees I have got. But from there you learn. Before you buy, you will ask the price. Like that, everything has got a relevance. Everything. Because in Bhagavad Gita, he says, you know, ultimate gain is expansion of love. In Bhagavad Gita, Yachavi sarvabhutanam bijam tadaham arjuna natasti vinad yasyat maya bhutam characharam. I am the generating seed of all living beings, O Arjuna. No creature, moving or non-moving, can exist without me. So in non-moving, these are all non-moving, you know? But it's also his. When it is his, he conveys certain lessons, you know. So everything conveys some lessons. Guru Purnima day, we should try to remember all these things. Huh?
Chair.
Chair. Chair is there. Wonderful. Chair. A chair offers us rest, support, stability. You want something so basic yet so essential. It quietly bears our weight, never demanding attention, yet making long conversations. Today morning 3 hours. Meals, dining table, and decisions possible. In the fabric of daily life, there are people, systems, values that serve as chairs, supporting us silently so we can do what we need to. The lesson is clear. We must learn to value the silent enablers, show gratitude for the quiet strength around us, recognize that even the seemingly still can be the foundation for great movement and meaningful progress. When this value-based education, when he gave us the prompting, no guidance as to how we should go. So similarly in Sadhana Kudir, we invited so many people, including Gopinathan Nair. Chairs were there, and people were sitting on it. Elaborate discussion for 2.5, 3 hours. Finally, it was decided we will start with camps. Saturday evening, we will ask them to come. Sunday throughout, they will be here. Sunday evening, they will go. And in the now 26 years, a pakka value, sorry, what do you call it? Camp. Visit campsites is there. Beautiful campsite. Where now on an average, 200 to 300 camps are going on every year. Residential camp. All started from Sadhana Kudir. Great moment. We also counted camp. Today also there was a camp. Our people used to go to colleges. Great movement. But now sustaining movement, camp here and camp in. And Ravi also does camps. And somebody else is also doing. 3-4 people connected with it, they also independently 100 camps. So a great moment. That is what in the church, those he says, even the seemingly still can be the foundation for great movement and meaningful progress. With the bridge, that also a bridge connects two separate places, enabling us to cross from one side to the other. Similarly, when we make an effort to understand others' perspectives, our minds expand, allowing us to see beyond our own view. It teaches us the importance of crossing over from limited thinking to broader horizons, encouraging us to embrace new ideas, new cultures, new experiences. Like a bridge, our ability to connect and reach out to others strengthens the foundation of our relationship, bridge the gap, enabling us to walk through life with greater understanding, empathy, unity. So when we say Guru, with that perspective, when we look at it, so whenever now we cross the bridge, suppose our attention is on this, it will definitely, all these things are visible things. We have to keep on reminding this, otherwise we may forget. Because at the moment it is knowledge level, no? So like that we were able to identify about 50, that which we use every day. And keep it here whenever we feel it's a joy for us. Okay, more about this tomorrow. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Hari Om.